Hey, what's up everybody? So as you can tell by the title in this video, I will be talking about Dragon Ball GT and how Snake World could do a GT update to Final Stand like a GT expansion. Now guys, let's get right into the video. So for this video, I really want to talk about how the GT expansion can actually not be something new, but more of an expansion to the game itself and how are the stuff that it has. So we know the game has Dragon Balls, the game has space, the game has a lot of items, clothing, and also like mobs too. But what I'm thinking is we add an expansion to the game in terms of the maps so that people can use other stuff and maybe fight some new mobs and stuff like that. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the Black Star Dragon Balls. We already have Dragon Balls in the game. We also have the Super Dragon Balls and stuff like that. So I know a lot of people don't think the Dragon Balls for the Black Stars are really that important. But what I think is Snake should be adding the Black Star Dragon Balls. And what he could do is make it like this. So let's say you have the Black Star Dragon Balls already. These are the wishes you can make. It allows the player to A, change their race, B, max Zenny, which adds up to 1,000,000. C, level up a certain amount of times. I would think it's probably 5 to 10 times, maybe a certain amount of EXP that it gives. And then D, prestige. And then E, it would also give you a random key or melee move that can only be unlocked through the Black Star Dragon Balls. So maybe something that already isn't in the game already. Maybe a move from the Tournament of Power or from a character that's really, really famous. Maybe like the Ghost Kamikaze attack by Gotenks. I really want that one. But yeah, the wishes I think it should have are changing your race, max Zenny, leveling up a certain amount of times, maybe EXP, prestiging, random key, or melee move. But when it comes to this, guys, I think the player should be granted unlimited wishes. And then, like, it takes a while to locate these balls and everything. I think you should get unlimited wishes. However, the player, every time they use it, they must relocate the Black Star Dragon Balls within a certain amount of time in order to avoid any backlash. Now, what I think the certain amount of time should be is you should try to find it within a month or less. That's what I think. I don't know what you guys think, but a month or less would be good. But this is what the backlash I think should be. If you don't find it within the month, you have a whole week in which you cannot use the Black Star Dragon Balls, maybe a month as well. Maybe you can make it to like a week of the Black Star Dragon Balls trying to find it, and then if you don't get it, you have to wait another week in order to use them. That stuff like that, in order to get the backlash, stuff like that. So the next thing I want to talk about is how this whole thing can be an expansion. I named it expansion, not just update, because I think it should be an expansion to the game itself, not just a random update that adds on a new map or anything like that. So when it comes to the expansion, I think there should be an expansion to the space map. The space map is already big, but I think it should be even bigger. The player could be investing their money into like a new ship and everything, like in Dragon Ball GT, you know that Trunks has a spaceship. I think the player should be able to unlock that instead of getting the space pod. So if they get that, it's even better. Okay, so when it comes to the spaceship that Trunks used in Dragon Ball GT, it is called the Grand Tour spaceship is what I believe it's called, so I'm going to go ahead and call it that. The Grand Tour spaceship, I think the player should be allowed to purchase it for like 25k Zenny or less, and then that would be like 5 times faster than the normal space pod in game. So it'll be pretty cool for the player to use that in order to like fly through stuff in space. Because the space expansion, what I'm thinking is the game gets an expansion in space, and it's a lot bigger, more planets, maybe like 7 to 10 new planets, and each planet gets expanded a little bit so that it can house the Black Star Dragon Balls within them. So when it comes to the first planet that I want added, it is called M2. Now M2 is like a city planet. It has also Dr. Mew. He makes like machine mutants in it and everything like that. But what I'm thinking is this planet, Dr. Mew, I'm going to talk about him later. It has the Black Star Dragon Balls there as well. So what I'm thinking is this planet has like quests in it and everything. And then the next planet is Polaris. It's like an ice planet. I'm thinking the player could go there, fight some like ice mobs and everything like that, like Tundra Wolves, Ice Crabs, Hornets, Polar Zunamites, which is all mobs that have already been in the series, and maybe like a Yeti boss like we have on Earth. The next planet is called Cretaceous. That's more of like a dinosaur planet. We already had that in the series before. So when it comes to the planet after Cretaceous, I'm thinking Momasu can be the next planet. It's like a planet that's like an outpost, like a forest, and has a lot of giant animals, like huge giant humanoid stuff, like maybe ogres, goats, crocodiles, bees, beetles, butterflies, and spiders, like all big animals that you could fight. They're all giant and everything, and a Black Star Dragon Ball could be there as well. And then the next planet is Rudees. Now Rudees is like a not snow, it's like a desert planet. What am I saying? It's a desert planet with like these white particles sticking in the sky. Those are like stars that look like snow. That's what I mean. Now that planet would be pretty cool to add as well. Like players could fight like scorpions, sand weevils and everything like that. Like all these little scarabs and everything like that. That'd be pretty cool. And then the next planet is Gelbo. Gelbo could be like a little village planet in which the player can talk to like NPCs, get some free quests like easy EXP and stuff like that. It would be pretty cool if the players could go there, just have a little bit of fun in Gelbo. Now the next planet is Taigir or Taigir. I'm gonna say Taigir. Now Taigir is like a planet in which you fight giant animals as well, like the other planet Rudees, I think, or what? No, it's Momasu. Like Momasu. In Taigir, you fight giant animals like a tiger cat looking thing. Also, you fight like giant birds and stuff like that. That would be pretty cool for the player to fight those. Now, a brief little history on Dragon Ball GT. People say it's non-canon. I'm gonna just say it's non-canon. It's a side story to Dragon Ball Z. So after in GT, what happens is Emperor Pilaf, which is a long-time Dragon Ball villain that many of you might not know, what Pilaf does is he accidentally unleashes the Black Star Dragon Balls at the Lookout, Kami's Lookout. He goes there, accidentally releases them, and he makes a wish for like Goku to be younger, but he accidentally wishes for the wrong thing. He wanted to erase Goku, but I think he wished for like Goku to like be shorter or something like that, and then Goku got like made younger and stuff like that. And so Goku has to get the Black Star Dragon Balls back within like a year's time, or else planet Earth will be destroyed. Now that's a little bit too much for the player to do in terms of like something they have to get to before the planet is destroyed, but it would be pretty cool for the player to like have an incentive in which they have to get the Black Star Dragon Balls. Now the way that I think the player should be like interacting and getting into the system is, I think, like, you know how those like red question mark quests are? I think the player should go to Pan, or maybe like Vegeta or something like that, someone like Trunks or Vegeta or Goku, maybe like a GT Goku version, who's hiding and stuff like that at the Lookout, and they're like, hey, go here and do this for me. So maybe after the player interacts with them and everything, they can get like a quest to go to like a certain spaceship, maybe Trunks spaceship, or go to space in general. And they go to space and everything, they talk to an NPC like Trunks, they get in the ship after they buy it, and then they travel to different planets, like learn the planets and everything, get quests from those, and after they do that, they can actually like unlock the Black Star Dragon Balls, maybe like finding them and then making the wish, and then they have a certain amount of time before they can do everything else. They have to try to get it back again, or maybe instead of trying to get it back again, you can make it so the players have a limit into like a certain amount of times in which they can use it. But I think the players should be allowed to be using the Black Star Dragon Balls as much as possible without any like repercussion, because I know with the normal Dragon Balls you only can wish like once for each thing, I think, something like that. Like you can only wish for like changing your race once, but I think with the Black Star Dragon Balls you should be able to change your race as much as you want, or like do any wish as much as you want, similar to the Tournament of Power Super Dragon Balls. And now guys, the juicy part of this video, I want to talk to you guys about future like NPCs or mobs that I think the player should be able to fight in the GT expansion update. So the first mob I think should be added to the game is Don Key. Now if you don't know who he is, he's this guy right here, and what he did was he basically stole Goku's ship and like his teammate's ship when it crash landed on his planet. I think it'd be pretty cool for the players to be able to fight him, maybe his squad and everything like that. The next mob is Legic. Legic was pretty cool. He was Don Key's personal bodyguard. He'd be a mercenary and everything that the player could fight. He would be pretty cool like Hit was in Tournament of Power. I think that'd be a pretty cool person to fight because he's pretty skilled as a fighter with his spear. Now the next NPCs are these funny guys, the Parappa brothers, the Para brothers, not the Parappa Rappa, Para brothers. These guys were pretty funny and they fought him a lot, and they came back in the finale of the show, which was pretty funny too. Like everything like with the fight with Omega Shenron and stuff like that, they gave energy to Goku for a Spirit Bomb or something like that. It was pretty cool. These guys would be pretty funny to fight as well. There's like a buff one, a skinny one, and then a short one, which is pretty funny too. So the next NPC is Cardinal Mochi Mochi. He was like a pretty cool guy you could fight and everything. Not too much known about him, but he was pretty cool to fight. The next one is Master Doltaki, which is some random guy, but he'd be pretty cool to fight too. And then also Lude. He was in the Baby Saga. He'd be a pretty cool mechanism / NPC to fight. He was like a god of destruction by his own like following. People called him that, but like he wasn't that strong. And then the next one, guys, is General Rildo. He was pretty cool to fight too. He could like launch his arms and stuff like that, like a rocket, which was pretty cool too. Created by Dr. Mio, I think. And then there's Dr. Mio, guys. Dr. Mio is the creator of Baby, which is one of the greatest villains in Dragon Ball GT. He's one of the strongest people. So I think it'd be pretty cool to be in these like whole Dragon Ball like expansion and stuff like that in the new planet. I think it's M2 in which he goes to. Yeah, I think M2 would be a pretty cool planet to have him in. And then the next NPC, guys, is Baby. Baby has to be in the GT expansion. He's one of the, if not one of the strongest NPCs to ever fight Goku in Dragon Ball GT. And when it comes to like Dragon Ball in general, no, he's not. But when it comes to GT, he is one of the strongest, other than Omega Shenron and Super 17. But he's one of the strongest. He's like top 3 in that series. So I think he should be added to the game. He should have different people that he's controlling. You can fight like Baby Blank, like Baby Trunks, Baby Goku, Baby Vegeta, and everything like that. It'd be pretty cool for the player to fight different versions, because I know he can control people at once. So he control multiple people at once, not just one person. So it'd be pretty cool to fight against him with different people. And then the next NPC is Super 17. He has to be in the game, guys. He has to be added to Dragon Ball GT expansion. Super 17 is one of the most overpowered villains that I've seen in GT thus far. GT's villains are pretty overpowered, but he's one of the most OP. So Super 17 would be pretty cool to add as well. And then, guys, it comes down to the most important part. The most important NPCs that I think should be added to the updates are Baby, Super 17, and then the Black Star Dragon Ball dragons, guys. The Dragon Saga dragons, the Shadow Dragons. I think these dragons should definitely be added into the game in some way, shape, or form. Maybe like into the GT Space update, they each get their planet and you fight them there. So I think the Black Smoke Shenron should be added. And then also the Haze Shenron, which is like that green dragon thing. Then we also have Rage Shenron. I think he like shrinks and grows or something like that. He'd be pretty cool to fight as well. Then we have Oceanus Shenron. She was pretty cool. And then we also have Naturon or Naturon Shenron. I think this is around when Goku gets Super Saiyan 4, or like during Baby he gets it. But this was pretty cool to fight too. And then we also have Nova Shenron. He was awesome. Nova Shenron would be so cool to be a quest giver and also someone you can fight. Someone who like you can fight and stuff like that and train against, because he'd be pretty OP. I think that'd be pretty cool. Then we also have Ice Shenron, like EIS Shenron, Ice Shenron. He's like the E in Shenron and stuff like that. Each of them has like a letter in Shenron. He'd be pretty cool to fight as well. He's like the ice version of Nova Shenron, which is like the fire version. And then the next one, the last one, guys, is Shin Shenron or Sin Shenron or Omega Shenron, as you can say. So Omega Shenron is the most powerful Shenron. He should be an NPC boss as well as Super 17 and Baby. The three of them need to be bosses in the game if they add this GT expansion, guys. I don't know if GT expansion is being added, but Snake definitely has to add it if he's going to add Super Saiyan 4, because this would mean so much for the game, guys. Now, the final NPC after that I forgot to mention is Lord Yao. He'd be pretty cool to fight as well. He was from the Hero's Legacy, which had Goku Jr., Vegeta Jr., and stuff like that. He'd be pretty cool NPC to fight as well. Maybe add him to Earth or something like that, to like a certain part of Earth. So maybe like the Earth map could be expanded as well to incorporate some new mobs and everything like that. Forgot to mention, you could also, Snake, if you're listening, you can also do a little like Oob NPC that you could fight. Oob would be pretty cool too. Majin Oob and stuff like that. He'd be pretty cool NPC to fight as well as well as Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. The three of them would be pretty cool to add as well on planet Earth or something like that. Maybe like on a different planet. Also Pan as well. The three of them, 4 of them, and also Trunks, 5 of them would be pretty cool to fight, dude. Alright guys, so I'm going to be moving on to the final part of this video, which is possible items for the player to purchase. Now I've already mentioned the spaceship, the Grand Tour ship. Players could purchase that to be a little bit faster. That might be a game pass. I'm thinking it should be an in-game purchase though. Then we also have new clothing that we could add, like Trunks, Goten, Gohan, Super 17, Goku Jr., Baby, Vegeta Jr., Pan. That like a lot of them are already in the game, but a lot of those would be pretty cool to fight or use their clothing with. So it'd be pretty cool to dress up as those characters. Like, just keep in mind, guys, this is just like ideas and everything. I think most of the clothing's already made in Roblox, so it could be added very easily. And now the final part is, you know how there's a mini Jiren item that you can put on your shoulder? I think there should be a mini Giro item. Now, if you don't know who Giro is, he was like the funniest dude in the show. I'm kidding. He was one of the funniest and like one of the funniest characters in the show. He was always like, Dragon Ball detected, Dragon Ball detected. It'd be pretty cool to have like a little Giro thing on your shoulder, like Jiren was. Now, hopefully they fix the hitbox and everything, but the little Giro on your shoulder would be pretty cool to have, guys. But guys, tell me what you think in the comment section down below, guys. What do you think I missed? What do you think should be added in this like whole GT update if he does do one? I think he really should, because that would be cool. One of the best final updates to this game, to Final Stand. I don't know if it's going to be the final one, but it'd be one of a really, really good ones, as well as like new race forms and everything. So guys, go ahead and comment down below what your guys' ideas are. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe. Like this video as well. Make sure you comment down below your ideas. Also, cop my merch. Go to my group, join it. Also, join my Discord chat as well. Links to everything you need are down below. Till then, it's been your boy Robo, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm signing out now. Peace.